I'm going to sit here on camera and I'm going to look directly at the camera. For those of you that are listening on Spotify, Apple, etc., I'm looking directly at the camera and I'm saying, I, Yianni, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, I am replaceable. Meaning that if I disappear tomorrow, the group will go on. And it's not me saying they're not going to make it without me. That's me saying they will make it without me. And if I can say that,
everyone else should be saying it.
Restaurant Punk, what's up?
Welcome back.
Every
time.
Yay.
Good job.
No, it's more like Restaurant Punk, what's up?
What?
What do you got?
What do you got?
What you got? What do you want? You're getting better at it.
I know. I'm trying.
You need
I
to be
practice at home.
You need to be more of a tiger and less of a butterfly. Or a kitty cat.
You got something?
You got something.
I got something.
Well, what you got, bro?
Just call me bro.
Yeah, I did.
All right,
Do you like home slice better?
sis. I do like home slice.
Okay, home slice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more his era.
I may not like you, but I will help you because I am a team player. Do either of you know what the I'm talking about? I may not like you, but I will help you because I'm a team player. You've never come across that in your professional career in restaurants, bars, kitchens, anywhere in the service industry where you just looked at a mother and you're like, you know what? I hate your guts, but I'm going to help you. You also suck, but I'm going to help you because that's what I do. I'm a team player.
I think where you found me is exactly where I was in that situation.
Ooh, good one.
Interesting.
Would you like to tell our listeners or audience what you're talking about?
I was working at a former restaurant in the Cara Restaurant Group. I had just moved back. I was like, screw it. I'll pick up like a couple shifts a week over here while I build my event planning company. And me being me, not that I loved the job or the person I was working for. I was just like, I need to make this better. Like if I'm going to be here, I want to help. I want to make better systems. I want to try to, I don't know, just overall make the environment better.
Did you feel like the environment was not good? Did you feel like it was leaning more towards that bad, what's the word I'm looking for?
Juju?
Not even juju, but is there such a thing as a back of the house or front of the house culture scale to where you walk into a restaurant or bar working there and you kind of feel like, no, there's no systems in place. Nobody really gives a about this place. And then you have that one goody two shoes that's like the employee of the month every month. But
I know.
Is that you, Liz? Are you the employee of the month?
Yes, I am. I wear that badge proudly.
2 months in a row, though? 3 months? I find that if you have somebody that you do like and that does work just as hard, it just kind of tips the scale a little more towards that. And once you build a culture around 4, 5, 6, or 7, it could be the kitchen, it could be the front of the house. It's really about attitude. And I've seen people throughout my career that, you know what, they just kind of brush it off and they say, you know what, I'm not going to fall into that trap of you suck. You don't care about your job. You're always complaining. It could always be better. The grass is always greener on the other side. That's just a poison. And I've come across some special people in my career that just kind of brush it off and keep doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? They don't come to me and complain. They don't say, everybody here sucks. Nobody's listening to me. They just keep doing their job. They show up on time.
Keep their head
they have
down
a
at
great
work.
attitude. Yep. And you know what? That's why I asked, I may not like you, but I will help you. Because I think that's a great phrase. Because maybe deep down inside, you don't like that person or respect how they work. But for the greater good, you want to be a team player.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
So are you both looking at me funny because you don't think I'm a team player? Am I the bad person?
I don't think you're the bad person.
No.
I appreciate the fact that you're very direct. I don't think that you're always clear with what you want.
I don't know how to articulate that. That's my weakness.
But I would rather be around someone who says say what they feel. If they don't like something, they say it, not in a chronic complainer way, just saying this needs to be better and push other people around them to be better. I'd rather be around that person than the person who's like, it's fine, mediocre is fine.
Passive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like that special kind of person in the kitchen. Let's use cleanliness for a second. When you break down a kitchen at the end of the night, some people do better than others. I've actually come across people over the past 30 years, employment and owning restaurants combined, that have actually picked up the slack. Let's say the kitchen left and they stayed an extra 20 minutes and just kind of picked up stuff. Here's the kicker. They didn't come to me and say, hey, look what I did. I took care of it. They just do it.
They just do it because it makes your workday Nick Pavlo, right? When I was working at this last restaurant, that's where we had met.
Right.
And he came up to me because he was leaving for his summer job to work with his family. And he looked at me and he was like, you are me. I am leaving for the summer. I come in at 3:30 every single day. Everybody else comes in at 4 or 4:15.
Okay.
I come in at 3:30 because XYZ needs to be done. And I don't feel like running around like a madman 30 minutes to an hour before we open. So I get here an hour and a half early just to get all the little things done, to overlook everything and make sure we have everything that we need for this shift before it starts. So I'm leaving. I'm passing that off to you. He was not my boss. He was literally just another server. Like he just took it upon himself to do that shit. So he left and I was like, okay. There was not one day that I showed up after 3:30. I showed up every single day at 3:30 and it was never like going up to my boss, like, well, I've been here since 3:30 and they haven't been here. It's like, hey, by the way, I got here at 3:30 and I just want to let you know, I noticed that we don't have candles. We don't have this. We don't have that. You know what I mean? Or I was just there early enough to make sure that those things were done by the time we were open for business. But it was never like hey, I need extra compensation or hey, I need an extra pat on the back. It was like, if I get there early and I get this shit done, my shift is going to be smoother. I'm going to have a better day overall. Like I'm just looking out for my future self, even if it's my future self is working that night. I just want to make sure that things are done appropriately so I don't look like an asshole in the middle of my shift because I wasn't there in a prompt time to get things done.
Well put.
It's just unfortunate not a lot of people think that way. That's how I think. I would set myself up.
What percentage would you put that at? If I put a gun to your head, what's the percentage?
Best case scenario, 20%.
20%?
Best.
You agree with that? So are we using the 80-20 rule?
Yeah, I think that 20 is high. I think 20 is high.
20 is high.
I've actually been put down by coworkers for having high standards for myself and the way I do things. And I'm very thorough. I set myself up to succeed for the night. And I've been put down.
Yeah, like
it's
it's not your job. Like, calm down. Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like, well, it just matters to me.
Yeah. So our back bar, I would make sure the labels would face outward because we're selling product, correct?
Right.
So I don't know why, as a bar back, you would place it there, the label facing the wall. Why would you do that? So at the beginning of my shift, I would face everything forward. I would put up the speed pours in the bottles that I know I'm going to use a lot of. And I actually had a bartender who said, why are you doing that? It's not your job. And I said, don't worry about what I'm doing. Like, it's not taking from you. So I don't even know why you even care.
Yeah.
But
that's their own insecurity of, well, I don't do that. So I don't want you to do that because if you do that, then that makes me look bad.
yes,
Well, if
there's
you're the
a
type
lot
of person that creates more work for your fellow employees that don't want to work as hard, again, I may not like you, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a team player. And I could say there's a restaurant in Cara Restaurant Group that there's a close set knit of people. And it's one of our highest grossing stores. And, between the front of the house and the back of the house, they've gotten very, very comfortable. And it's the same people there that have been there for, let's say, a while, right? Now, they're not maliciously doing it, but the standards have dropped. Right?
Yes.
And you can tell when it comes to cleanliness, when it comes to just overall details, it's just come down. And, you watch it happening. So I'm not saying they're not team players, but it's such a close-knit group that they all work with each other day in, day out, that quality has gone down. So what do? We bring somebody else from the outside in, a hire, and then somebody loses a shift. And then everybody raises their eyebrows and goes, oh. And now when I talk, now when George talks, now when somebody talks, shit is getting done. Why? Because sometimes the words can't change a culture. Actions change a culture.
Yes.
And I love everybody. Like, I love them. But,
That's the thing is that they become family, right? And when someone becomes your family, it's like you don't have to try as hard because now we're family. You have to love me anyway.
Well, here's the beautiful thing.
Because I don't think that way.
Here's the beautiful thing now, or non-beautiful thing, and I respect this. Instead of one of them losing a shift, which is a profitable shift, 3 of them got together and they rotate.
Okay.
So only one person loses a shift every 3 weeks.
Okay.
But now just bringing somebody just changed a culture.
Yeah.
That's, yes. Do I enjoy doing? No, I don't enjoy doing that.
Two
Ooh.
types of people, not exclusively two types of people. Yeah, someone who if no one's watching, we're just going to do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And then you have the person when no one's watching. I don't care if no one's watching. I have my own personal standards and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. As an employee, you don't want to be that person who's like, well, if no one's watching, I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Or I can
The
do very
difference
little.
is that they're not doing it maliciously.
No, they're not.
They're
but
not
just
doing it
being lazy.
maliciously.
It's
Yes.
laziness.
And
complacency.
back of the house and front of the house.
Yes.
Both. And yeah, I don't like it. And we agreed to disagree. But you know what? It's changed. It's changed. So the culture has changed. So my initial topic was, I may not like you, but I will help you because
Yes.
I am a team player. That example that I just gave you, everybody likes each other, but nobody's really doing
Willing to
anything
help
because they're
each
like,
other.
we're good. It's not like
Yeah.
we're going to get fired or anything's going to happen. And like subconsciously, I think that's what they're thinking. And sometimes it even gets to a point on a previous episode that we mentioned, this place wouldn't be shit without me. Like this place needs me.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here on camera and I'm going to look directly at the camera. For those of you that are listening on Spotify, Apple, etc., I'm looking directly at the camera and I'm saying, I, Yianni, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, I am replaceable. Meaning that if I disappear tomorrow, the group will go on. And it's not me saying they're not going to make it without me. That's me saying they will make it without me. And if I can say that,
Everyone else should be saying it. It should be in the forefront
Absolutely.
of their
I
minds.
think so. But there's also in the business that I'm only here until I get my real job, which is
Yes.
also a previous episode.
So just to touch on the replaceable thing,
Ooh,
I think
You're
that
not replaceable. No, I was going to say she's not replaceable.
No,
No, I was gonna say-
I'm very much replaceable. I know that. I feel like when COVID hit and everybody got cut and everybody was like, we don't need you, we don't need you, we don't need you. And there was just like all this stuff to where people were like, damn, I was really just able to they just dropped me like a fly. Coming back into the service industry, I feel like people came back like, you need me. You don't have anybody, so my shit doesn't stink. Just be lucky that I'm here. And when there was such a difficult time getting staff, people were like, I am not replaceable. I need to be here. Like, you can't find anybody else. So whatever I do, just suck it up and deal with it. And that's what a lot of small businesses, well, not even small businesses, but businesses in general, they were like, hey, we got to let you go. Sorry. Again, you are replaceable. And they were like, well, now look at you struggling to find people. Now look who's replaceable.
Wow,
Listen,
okay.
the gentleman that also, was scared that Noelle was not going to work there anymore and come to Cara Restaurant Group. I had many conversations with the owner of that restaurant to where he was scared that he was going to lose you. And that's why I love this group, because you're not losing somebody. You're letting them be.
Yes.
If you're greedy, you're like, oh, I don't want to lose this person because you know what? I want them here. I want them to work for me. I want them to make me money.
Yes.
And I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want to be selfish and hold someone back.
Absolutely.
No. You
Their
want people to
success.
go and spread their wings like
Yes.
a
Butterfly.
butterfly.
Oh my
On that
gosh.
note, I may not like you, but I will help you.
I don't feel like
because
we-
I'm a team player. I'm going to leave on this note.
Okay.
I don't like either of you, but I will help you.
Okay, thanks.
Because I'm a team player on Restaurant Punk.
What a guy.
That's what the I'm talking about.
He loves us.
I love you.
All right. Thanks.
Out.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.
What you got? What do you want?